watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the Disaster Reconstruction Authority successfully completing a special project on Sweetings Key. And the Grand Key residents speak out about an ongoing water crisis. Plus, a little drizzle didn't dampen the spirit of Bahamians taking part in the island-wide float parade. We have the details. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight, the Disaster Reconstruction Authority completing a special project over on Sweetings Key with more work still to be done. The DRA is pleased to complete this phase. Shane Stubbs has more in tonight's top story.
The Disaster Reconstruction Authority paying a special visit to Sweetings Key after completing the installation of 17 septic tanks for homes in that community. Chairman Alex Storr explains why this project was needed for those residents.
We had residents that were rebuilding, had received help from NGOs to rebuild, but weren't able to get electricity supply because they couldn't get an occupancy certificate because of lack of proper septic systems that were damaged after the storm. We had to first research the type of systems that are available and that could work. As you see, some of the residents have already had their electricity connected because they've now received occupancy certificates.
It was one of the first issues brought to Chairman Storr's attention when he first came into office. Although it took some time to get off the ground due to logistics, Storr says he and his team are happy to see the work finally completed.
First, it was sourcing the number of septic tanks needed. We were able to work with a local supplier who helped us. Then it was selecting a contractor, and the difficulty in that was actually getting supplies on the island. The channel is very shallow, and so there was a challenge with the type of boat you would use and everything, but we were able to solve all those solutions with the help of the contractor, get the septic tanks here. People can start moving back home who may have been living on mainland or even on other islands. Now that they can have occupancy and electricity, and it returns some sense of normalcy to their lives after the scourge of Dorian.
And contractor Jason Hanna said residents played a big role in completing this project.
We engage a lot of the local contractors to get a lot of work done. As far as tying in the plumbing, laborers, we tried to utilize as much of the locals on the key to get the work done.
With this project now completed, Storr says the work continues.
The work of the DRA is ongoing. Just because we finished this project doesn't mean we're done with Sweetings Key or any other community. And so as the projects come up or as people notify us of the needs, we will look to have them solved.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Thanks, Shane. In other news, Grand Key is facing an ongoing water crisis that has left many residents up in arms. One of those residents now speaking out on the issue and the effects it has on the Key. Our Aja Kwan joins us live. Aja, what is the resident saying about this issue?
Ramiko, residents on Grand Key are up in arms tonight on what they say is a major water crisis. Now, we spoke with resident Craig Cephas, who says the scarcity of water places residents in a precarious position.
We can't get no water on the island. For some reason, I don't know why. The water machine seems to be running. When the water's on, like right now the water's on, it's kind of just dripping. It's just dripping. And then in another hour or two, it completely goes off for all day.
He strongly believes that inadequate management plays a significant role in rectifying the issue.
The guy who runs the water plant actually is running the water plant like a dictatorship. He doesn't care about having water through the community at all times. He turns the water off and on whenever he wants. Water and sewage management that had numerous calls. I mean, people calling every day.
And despite the availability of a backup generator to ensure uninterrupted power and water supply during outages, he claims that the water issue has remained unsolved, causing significant inconvenience.
We have an $80,000 generator up on the water plant property. When the power blinks, that generator should be on. Every time there's a problem, there's no diesel.
The Grand Key resident says the issue has now led to difficulties in providing a satisfactory experience for visitors, affecting hotels, restaurants, and other establishments reliant on the tourism industry.
This has been one of the weekends I've seen the most boats, American boats we had around here in a while, right? And the thing is, some of the people, the way some of the people I'm staying don't even have water, don't even have power. So there's no water. The people have got to leave and go back home.
Now, Remico Chairman of Water and Sewage, Sylvanus Petty, is expected to fly into Grand Key on Wednesday morning to assess the water situation. Of course, this is a story we will continue to follow. Live here in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Azure Quant. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you so much, Azure. In other news, Grand Bahama Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a 41-year-old male resident of Melbourne Crest, Hudson Estates. Preliminary reports indicate that sometime around 3:05 a.m. on Sunday, July 2nd, 2023, the male was found unresponsive with head injuries near a roundabout on Settlers Way and Coral Road. Subsequently, the male was transported to the hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. Police are investigating and appealing to members of the public who may have any information as it pertains to this incident or any other matters to contact police at 911-919, the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-991 or 3, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news when we come back.
Days are here again on June 30th and July 1st as Dolly Madison Home Center says bye-bye to VAT on all duty-paid purchases. Yes! Shop till you drop. June 30th and July 1st and Dolly pays the VAT. Spend $50 or more and become eligible to win a microwave. And Dolly's Road to 50 promotion, where the 50th customer wins a $50 Dolly gift card. June 30th and July 1st only. Sometimes you want pizza vibe without the whole dang pie. Now there's a new way to get the bold flavors of pizza whenever and wherever you want. You just got to try Pizza Hut's new melt in buffalo chicken, meat lovers, pepperoni lovers, and chicken bacon wrap for just $6.99 with VAT. Pizza Hut's new melts are cheesy, crispy, and loaded. Call us at 352-9191 to satisfy your pizza vibe cravings.
Grand Bahama Tiles is celebrating the Road to 50 with a 20% off all tiles in stock. That's right, 20% off all ceramic, porcelain, and natural stone tiles. And they're giving the first 50 customers an additional $50 off their total purchase. Yes, an additional $50 off your total purchase. So come on in from Thursday, July 6th to Saturday, July 8th and save big with their independent sale. Call them at 352-7920.
This hurricane tip is brought to you by the Grand Bahama Port Authority group of companies. As we plan and prepare together, ensure that portable generators are located on the outside and away from buildings during operation. Prior to use, ensure that gasoline and diesel containers are specified for the storage of gasoline and diesel.
We all need to save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
The Bahamas is a Christian nation, so you gotta lead with love. And once we lead with love, it's only way is up for us. And the generation that's coming now, that's our future. So once we continue to invest in them, we only can succeed. Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority invites all residents of the island to join them and celebrate the country's 50th anniversary of independence at a free GBPA block party. Join us on Saturday, July 8 at 7 p.m. for a live show with lots of music, dancing, food, and loads of fun. The grand stage will be erected in the middle of downtown Pioneers Way and the Mall Drive. We want to see you there.
The Grand Lucayan salutes our great nation with an all things Bahamian Independence full Sunday brunch. Tickets available at the hotel lobby or call 373-1333 for more information. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Did you know that as a small island, Grand Bahama is extremely vulnerable to the effects of global warming? It's never too late to start practicing water conservation and to minimize your contribution to climate change by reducing your carbon footprint. Earth is our home, and there's only one, so let's take good care of it.
Culture, wicked, straight, jump canoe, fishing and sailing, just to name a few, free from bondage. That was our heritage. Our nation isn't perfect, there is more work to be done. Forward, upward, and onward towards the rising sun. Yes, we should be proud. It's time to say it loud. Oh, grab your flag, wave it from side to side. Aqua, gold, and black represents your pride. Lift your head and say, I'm a proud Bahamian.
I envision a multitude, a metropolitan of straw vendors, of taxi drivers, operators, of tour owners, of all things Bahamian. I envision our culture being defined and being something that we are very proud about. That's what I envision for the Freeport Harbor. I also envision the industrial sector growing to great strength, the container port expanding, new crane operators, utilizing technology, and just us as a country and persons that are Bahamian, to know that we are here in the world and to take our place, to make it as special as it is.
Going down Bayman Road, going down Bayman Road, going down Bayman Road, I can't let nobody.
If you're a bystander and you witness a vehicle accident involving a passenger, a power pole, and a downed power line, do not approach the accident scene. Stay in your car and call 919 for emergency medical assistance. Then call GB Power at 352-8411 so that they can disconnect the electricity from the accident site. Though persons may want to help, it's important to keep everyone away from the electrical equipment or from fallen wires. Rescue can only be attempted by a person trained to use special live line tools. If possible, talk to the passengers in the vehicle by yelling out. Encourage the passengers to avoid touching the car frame and not to move until help arrives. This message was brought to you by the Grand Bahama Power Company, reminding you that if it's down, it's dangerous.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Despite the rainy weather, the unwavering spirit and indomitable pride of Bahamians took center stage as scores of vehicles assembled from east and west at the Grand Bahama Sports Complex over the weekend to participate in the vibrant cultural Independence Float Parade. The rain may have dampened the ground, but it couldn't dampen the enthusiasm and patriotism of the participants who showcased their love for the country. The day began with a downpour of rain, but as the skies cleared up, a sea of vehicles adorned with Bahamian flags and symbols of national pride flooded the streets. The rhythmic beats of Bahamian music filled the air, energizing all those taking part. The procession moved south along Coral Road, then west along East Sunrise, then continued north towards downtown, and finally concluded at the University of the Bahamas Northern Campus, where the jubilation continued. The campus became a hub of excitement as participants and spectators gathered to commemorate the day's festivities. Senator the Honorable James Turner and local councillor for the city of Freeport, Edwin Strawn, say the event exemplified the collective pride and resilience of Bahamians.
With this 50th year anniversary, the red, yellow, black and white, male, female, and others, all out, all smiling, all in their colors, all talking about the Bahamas. So this is wonderful. This is really what national pride is all about. This is the real deal. Whether you're from Abacoa, Luther, Zuma, just visiting Grand Bahama, and you're among the Grand Bahamians today, this is fantastic. You know, it is great to be a Bahamian.
Well, the most exciting part for me today was to see the amount of persons, Bahamians, that came out today and participated in this event. It was a real huge motorcade, and I'm glad to see everybody sharing their Bahamian pride.
One resident says she would not have missed the parade for anything.
I just wanted to be patriotic. It's something that we honestly do every year. I mean, and show our patriotism, and the road to 50 is special to me because I'm celebrating my birthday as well. So,
how important was it for the Freeport Lions Club to be a part of today's parade?
Well, this is our country, and the Freeport Lions Club, we're along with the CARICOM. But the Freeport Lions Club, though, has been in existence in Grand Bahama for 58 years this year. And so it's important for us to show our nationality, our appreciation for our country. And after all these years, this is the best country in the whole wide world.
Aaron Burrows, crowned world's perfect young man, led the Kings and Queens Project contestants during the float parade.
It's so special to me because I love the Bahamian, the music, the culture. I love everything about the Bahamas, so it's top tier.
And your colleague?
Man, I mean, look at him. Ain't much you can see. Beautiful, poised, perfect, elegant young ladies who also, when they competed for their titles, top tier.
Well, everyone certainly had a great time. It's now time for your Health is Wealth Monday Tip.
Women, are you 45 years or older and having hot flashes, anxiety, mood or sleep disturbance, or sexual discomfort? These may be symptoms related to menopause. Menopause is the absence of menses, also known as your period, for more than 1 year. An average age of menopause is 51 years. Menopause may occur sooner in women who have undergone surgery on the ovaries, received chemotherapy, or smoke. Symptoms associated with menopause can be experienced for several years before and after the absence of menses. Most of the symptoms of menopause can be managed with diet, exercise, and over-the-counter supplements. However, some symptoms may require prescription medication. Don't suffer in silence. Speak to your family doctor or gynecologist about how to manage your symptoms better. I'm Dr. Tiadra Johnson, and remember, your health is your wealth.
Don't go away. Sports is up next with Jay Philippe.
Good evening, I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. Grand Bahama Little League had a pretty good showing recently at the Baseball Nationals. Let's take a look. Grand Bahama's 8U team was able to secure the bronze for Grand Bahama.
It was a good experience for the kids. They got competition. They did pretty well, you know, the exposure and the level of competition that they played against. I feel the kids did really well. A lot of them were a bit nervous, first time playing away from home, but they played their hip off, man.
Winning the gold was Grand Bahama's 12U team that went undefeated at Nationals. 12-year-old Malik Israel took home MVP honors, recording 17 strikeouts in the championship game.
We actually went over. We played about 6 games, so we went undefeated. We were actually the team to beat this tournament. Coming in, we were the underdog, and we left, and we came out on top.
I played multiple positions as well for the championship game. I was the pitcher. I got, I think, 17 strikeouts out of 18 batters.
Not to be left out, the 14U team, coached by Brent Sands, came back with the bronze medal.
These kids, they showed up every day. No matter the circumstance, they never gave up. And that's something that you can commend as a coach. They gave it their best, and they played the game of baseball.
Switching gears now from the diamond to the court, the YMCA Commercial League got underway last week. On Friday, the league recognized longtime coach James Feaster for his contributions to the league over the years.
I thought it was only fitting for us to honor him tonight. He is a part of the legacy that the YMCA would leave behind in creating an environment for families, good, wholesome activities for families. And so we saw it fitting to say thank you Thank you, Feaster, for your outstanding service and your dedication and commitment to Bahamas basketball team.
It's very, very, very recognized tonight. And I'd like for Bahamas to be running around and I could be catching with it.
Ladies and gents, that's a quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
I'm proud to be a Bahamian. Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
New this month at Island Bedding and Furniture. 5- and 7-piece dining room sets. Gorgeous natural wood dining tables and bench sets in mango, acacia, or shisham wood. And your pick of additional chairs. All new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. For the bedroom, we're all about platforms, unbelievable prices, and no box spring required. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe.
Grand Bahama Tiles is celebrating the road to 50 with a 20% off all tiles in stock. That's right, 20% off all ceramic, porcelain, and natural stone tiles. And they're giving the first 50 customers an additional $50 off their total purchase. Yes, an additional $50 off your total purchase. So come on in from Thursday, July 6th to Saturday, July 8th and save big with their independent sale. Call them at 352-7920.
Hi, I'm Wes. I like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I would like to put some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Some shoes on your feet.
Hi, I want to put some shoes on your feet.
Let us put shoes on your feet.
John West Shoes is now open. Carmichael West, Nassau, behind Wendy's.
Come one, come all to a free breakfast giveaway, all happening Saturday, July 8th, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., St. Vincent de Paul Church grounds in Hunters. Free hot breakfast while supplies last. It's all about giving back to the community, so don't miss the free breakfast brought to you by ATIS Company Limited. See you there.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority invites all residents of the island to join them and celebrate the country's 50th anniversary of independence at a free GBPA block party. Join us on Saturday, July 8 at 7 p.m. for a live show with lots of music, dancing, food, and loads of fun. The grand stage will be erected in the middle of downtown Pioneers Way and the Mall Drive. We want to see you there.
Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cobb determines former Samus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
Canoe is your #1 solution to accepting digital payments at your events and for your small businesses. We provide QR codes that your guests can scan and instantly be sent to our payment portal so they can carry out instant payment digitally. Reach out to us at www.canoepays.com or on social media at CanoePays, and we'll help you have the power to prosper.
Officer Bo! Officer Bo! You would not believe what I just saw.
What's up, Chris?
As I was doing my community service, I saw this truck going down this road. You would not believe the stuff he was throwing out. He was throwing out tires, refrigerators, TVs, even mattresses.
Calm down, Chris, calm down. Did the truck leave the area yet?
No. It was a big man in a reddish colored truck, and he's still there. I just ran out to the main road to call somebody because I didn't want to arrest him by myself. Yeah, that's good for you, nasty self. You know who you are. Stop like your nastiness. So do your part to keep Grandmama clean. And don't let this be you.
Grand Bahama Tiles is celebrating the road to 50 with a 20% off all tiles in stock. That's right, 20% off all ceramic, porcelain, and natural stone tiles. And they're giving the first 50 customers an additional $50 off their total purchase. Yes, an additional $50 off your total purchase. So come on in from Thursday, July 6th to Saturday, July 8th and save big with their independent sale. Call them at 352-7920.
To be Bahamian is to be blessed with opportunity. To be Bahamian is to be resilient. To be a role model. It feels amazing to be a part of history. And again, I am ever so grateful, and I'm excited to see what 50 more years bring. Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas.
#1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back, and we have a special treat for you tonight. As we close out the news, we feature a songwriter, entertainer who has become an instant hit. We featured Elkin 360 Outten on the Northern Edition 2 weeks ago, and since then his independent song has gone viral. People everywhere are singing it, and other entertainers have grabbed a hold of it as well. The man behind the hit, Elkin 360 Outten, joins us live tonight. Elkin, tell us, man, when you wrote this song, did you think that it was going to go as viral as it did?
Never in a million years, but I'm happy.
Awesome. And like I said, I'm excited because tonight we have a special performance by the man himself, Elkin 360 Outten, singing his hit song, Golden Anniversary Bahamas. Take it away.
Nassau is the capital, Bahamas. Bimini is the gateway, Bahamas. 1492, Columbus landed. 1973, we were free. Nassau is the capital, Bahamas. Freeport to Maguana, Bahamas. Tourists love our country, Bahamas. 700 islands, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Happy anniversary, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Golden anniversary, Bahamas. Climbing in the Lucha, Bahamas. Fishing in Long Island, Bahamas. Sailing on the Melbourne, Bahamas. Peas and rice and fried fish, Bahamas. Flamingo in Inagua, Bahamas. Diving, conquer, West End, Bahamas. In the Bahamas. Diving, conquer, West End, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Happy anniversary, Bahamas. Happy Independence, Bahamas. Golden anniversary, Bahamas. Nassau is the capital, Bahamas. Bimini is the gateway, Bahamas. Red Bahamas.
Thank you, man. That's going to do it for us here in the North. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Thank you very much for having me. Enjoy.
Coming up in the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, reflections of CARICOM's past chair. A pool party ends tragically. A new industrial agreement inked. And in sports, a blast from the past. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report, starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. The opening ceremony of the 45th Regular Conference of CARICOM Heads of Government taking place in Trinidad and Tobago under the chairmanship of Prime Minister of Dominica, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, who's expected to speak along with his immediate predecessor, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, conference host and Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Keith Rowley, and CARICOM Secretary General, Dr. Carla Barnett. Special guests include President of the Republic of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, UN Secretary General, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, and President-designate of the United Nations Climate Change Conference, His Excellency Dr. Sultan Ahmed Al-Jaber. Well, an eventful and fruitful tenure marked by milestones in this CARICOM's 50th year. As Prime Minister Davis reflects on his 6-month chairmanship, he expresses confidence in whose hands he leaves the 15-member state regional bloc. Our Cleopatra Murphy is in Trinidad and Tobago. The details are in this report.
His 6-month tenure as CARICOM chair has been intense, but Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis is proud of what he has accomplished, having laid the foundation for future endeavors and serving during what he sees as an inflection point for the region. ZNS News caught up with the Prime Minister as he arrived in Port of Spain, Trinidad, for the 45th CARICOM Heads of Government meeting Monday, where he shared his hopes for CARICOM's continued growth.
I'd like to see more progress in a Haiti situation. It's a complex and complex issues that multifaceted that needs to be resolved. I'd like to see more progress in that regard. I'd like to see us advance our issues on food security that we've been promoting during these last 6 months. I'd like to see further our efforts in climate financing and having the world architecture for financing for small island developing states like ours change through the initiative of the Bridgetown Initiative.
The nation's leader recounted high points during his chairmanship, counting the Bahamas hosting regional leaders this year as one of them.
Well, highlight has been the hosting of the conference in the Bahamas in February, where we had a wonderful time, got a lot done, and of course our interaction with the United States, with Kamala Harris being in the Bahamas. Those are some of the highlights, of course, and of course the convening of the Haitian stakeholders in Jamaica to try to resolve the issues. For the first time, we were able to have all of the opposing views in one room. And that was an accomplishment, I think, that we could all share.
As the new chair takes the helm, Davis is voicing his support.
I'm handing it on to a very competent chairperson in the person of the Prime Minister of Dominica. and we look forward to building on what we have started. But it has been an interesting journey.
Taking over where Davis left off, Skerritt will now serve as CARICOM chair for the next 6 months. From Port of Spain, Trinidad, for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Now, over the next 2 days of deliberations, Caribbean leaders will hear from special guest Commonwealth Secretary General the Right Honourable Patricia Scotland KC. She's expected to update the group on preparations for CHOGM scheduled to take place in Samoa October 21st. A release notes that particular attention will be placed on the significant gap between the ambitious climate finance pledges and the limited funding actually dispersed to help developing countries tackle climate change. The Secretary General charges that we cannot stand by as small and vulnerable states drown in rising seas and suffocate under crushing debt. Reiterating an argument Prime Minister Davis has long advanced, she added that small states least responsible for climate change suffer a double injustice, ensuring the devastating aftermath of disasters and grappling with exorbitant borrowing cost of recovery. Following the CARICOM conference, it's expected the Secretary General will make an official visit to the Bahamas to participate in celebrations for the 50th anniversary of independence. Well, an update in from the Department of Immigration following recent apprehensions. As Lloyd Allen reports, the road to prosecuting in these cases comes down to human trafficking versus smuggling, with one centered on the infringement of a human right, the other an agreement to be transported illegally.
Following the apprehension of a number of foreign nationals, the question of immigration-related charges, in addition to drug-related charges filed just last week, confirmed by Immigration Department Assistant Director Rudolph Ferguson.
We had 11 Ecuadorians, 12 Haitians, 3 Chinese, 3 Jamaicans, and 1 Colombian was charged before the court. Number 11 before Chief Magistrate Sabola Swain.
Additional migrants also prosecuted as recent as June 27th.
We had 16 persons before the courts for various immigration charges.
Ferguson says as illegal operations continue to evolve, so too does the department. Advanced technologies like biometric tracking represents a small fraction of how the department is monitoring, prosecuting, and managing both legal and illegal operations.
We're preparing right now to launch an e-landing card. Simply means that you go online when you're entering the Bahamas or attempting to come to the Bahamas and fill out your landing card well in advance.
Also assisting in the national fight, the Trafficking in Persons Committee.
When it comes to labor trafficking, you know, we have the Department of Labor. They are a part of our team. The labor inspectors, they go out and conduct inspections on job sites and home sites.
Chairperson Indira Bell says investigations are routine, with authorities keeping watch for infractions, whether related to trafficking in persons or smuggling. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
In other news, not the kind of news any family wants to hear, but it's exactly what one is wrestling with tonight as the body of their husband, father, friend, and local entrepreneur lies cold in a morgue following a fatal shooting last evening.
That boyfriend is a young, thriving young man, hard-working, trustworthy, whoever she would go above and beyond to do any day.
That was Gareth Pyfrom back in June 2021. At the time, giving our news team the rundown on his business, Customizing Creations, and how it all came about. Fast forward to July 2023, and Pyfrom's now the focus of a police investigation after being shot and killed in the Marshall Road area. Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson telling reporters on the scene Monday morning that a concerned citizen called police after seeing the body in the location where 2 off-duty police officers were both shot in their arms while at a pool party hours before.
A resident of this area was about to leave for work, and he noticed what appeared to be a male lying in the grass just feet away from his home. The police were contacted, and on examination of the body, there was injuries that was consistent with gunshots. We believe that he did attend this function last night, And so we're appealing the persons in this area who may have seen what occurred to please contact us.
Investigations very much in the infancy stage, yet detectives have concluded that Pyfrum's lifeless body would have been there for about 3 to 4 hours. Chief Superintendent Johnson also sharing that the crowded event was attended by some 200 to 300 people and that there was no lighting in the area, which may explain why no one noticed the victim earlier. However, the CID head could not confirm whether the deceased was involved in the shooting incident, which the officers reportedly responded to, or if he's known to the police.
Well, it's too early for us to determine that. We're in the infancy stage of this investigation, so it's too early to determine that. We will be speaking to those officers this morning to get a clearer understanding of what occurred. And so this is an ongoing active investigation.
In 2021, Pyfrum and his wife shared dreams of staying together and expanding their small business. Our news team understands the Pyfrums were expecting another child.
Well, still to come, a new industrial agreement inked. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Just when Leo was about to buy this useless pair of Hands underwear, he remembered that it was Tuesday. Hungry for deals? You better come satisfy it at KFC before doing something crazy. Crazy Tuesdays! 5 juicy, mouth-watering pieces of world-famous KFC chicken, handmade with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices for only $10. Crazy Tuesdays! A finger-licking good deal.
Today, our coral reefs are in dire straits. They are dying at an alarming rate.
These ecosystems are under lots of threats.
There's multiple strategies for saving coral reefs, and one of the strategies is in restoration.
So we can start to revitalize the reef systems and protect the marine life in the Bahamas.
It's all about increasing environmental awareness.
Atlantis believes healthy reefs support a healthy Bahamas.
Before independence, this was our genesis. Like a sun splitting through darkness to let future in. Great-grandfathers with iron fists, wielding policies that paved possibilities for the next of kin. 07 was a shedding of skin. Now native, but never wavered in our commitment. Before our country turned 50, we were here 50 years more. Helping life, spreading light. BAF for life.
Signed, sealed, and, well, delivered. Executives of the Bahamas Public Services Union and the Antiquities, Monuments and Museums Corporation this morning signing an outstanding industrial contract at the Office of the Prime Minister. The new deal speaking to several benefits, including salary increases for 80 union members. AMMC Chair Roselle Moxie and Bahamas Public Services Union President Kimsley Ferguson both pleased with the new agreement.
It is without a doubt that the staff at AMMC are comprised of persons who are truly dedicated to promoting, preserving, and sharing the history and antiquities of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Team AMMC has and deserves every effort that the board and the senior management can provide to ensure a healthy environment in which they can develop and thrive.
We were able to arrive at a happy medium in relation to what has been negotiated for the staff. I do piggyback on what the chair would have indicated in relation to a healthy environment, and that is one of the things that we were not able to arrive at a conclusion with in relation to the hazard allowance, but we do wish, and we are continuing in that regard with those discussions. And so we're happy to have achieved the salary increases on.
Well, fresh on his new job, a noted businessman shares his plans of volunteerism and taking a key humanitarian body to another level with our LaDon Davis.
It's a part of my DNA, I suppose, right? Where it's just that kind of thing where you want to give back.
Putting service above self, the foundation upon which business guru Edison Sumner has long built his legacy, one that has found him now assisting with humanitarian relief efforts. The new president of the Bahamas Red Cross says he's ready to meet the nonprofit organization's growing demands.
So being in the Red Cross exposes you to the level of need that exists in this country, and the needs are tremendous. And then being in a position to respond to those needs. I mean, it's not only a feel-good situation, but it really is something that adds tangibly to the support that's needed in so many communities around the country.
With a strong business background, Sumner says he plans to engage with more financial donors to generate more revenue into the organization.
So now that we are pretty much getting out of the woods of the pandemic, and businesses and donors and those are beginning to look at their benevolent funds again, we're hoping that we can now begin to properly tap into those resources. But we want to look at how we can expand that donor base. But in doing so, we have to now begin to tell what is the value proposition for donating to the Red Cross. Right? We're not going to just ask you for money. We have to now be able to tell you and show you how those funds are being applied.
Another goal is to attract more young people as volunteers, and in doing so, make youth leaders more visible in the communities.
We've got a youth officer involved now, and that person is going to be hitting the ground running as well to be sure that we can get more young people engaged. And we also have a high school program, I should say a school program, but we're going to be enhancing that further, getting more kids interested in doing work at the Red Cross level.
But in the meantime, Sumner says his first order of business is to not only set quarterly operational and financial targets, but to spend more time visiting Family Island residents, particularly those in Grand Bahama and Abaco, before the end of summer. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm LaDon Davis.
As government houses renovation and restoration nears completion, some question if the centuries-old vandalized statue of Christopher Columbus will be returned to its prominent position on the stairs at the Hilltop grounds. Well, in response, Public Works and Utilities Minister, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, said this.
Columbus is currently at the Ministry of Works. As you know, the statue was damaged, and a determination has not yet been made where the statue will be placed.
Well, as the country gears up to celebrate 50 years of independence, we take a trip down memory lane with Bahamas game set to kick off on Friday. We hear from you on how you feel about the event's return. Details of those stories and more in sports.
This portion of the news is being brought to you by the 50th Independence Secretariat. Go to their website, celebrate-bahamas.com, or their Facebook page, Celebrate Bahamas, to see the schedule of exciting events.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today. Together, tourism and aviation must be seen to be that engine for national development, innovation, and Bahamian empowerment. Partners today As you meet to report on the plans and progress of your various agencies, you will also unveil this first ever National Aviation Strategic Plan. Dr. Roma and the entire team of the Department of Aviation should be commended for the significant work already achieved. You've set the national example of what teamwork and synergy should look like amongst agencies who share common outcomes. This strategic plan is aligned with the overall mandate of the government for aviation and for airlift. It is intended to be our own blueprint, or if I could use the language of an aviator, it can be our flight plan that will plot and outline the direction that aviation and our community will take. Once the next 3 years is past, we will look back at this plan to measure our progress and our successes and how well we've done in living up to the bold initiative to revolutionize aviation. This comes as a result of a systematic and a pragmatic process of all of the members of this ecosystem. As we continue to cascade this plan, it is proposed that there will be widespread engagement from across the aviation sector, accompanied by a well-designed public engagement campaign that will bring greater awareness to what you do and greater appreciation for the stellar work you continue to provide.
You can find it all at Builders Mall. From cement, lumber, block, plumbing, and electrical to paint, lights, vanities, and tiles. Not to mention all the tools you could possibly need to get the job done. Say if you're starting a major project, adding the finishing touches, or just doing some repair or rental work around the house. FYP, the Paint Center, and Tile King can help. Stop by or call 601-8453. Located 69 Wolf Road, Nassau. You can find it all at Builders Mall. Building, painting, and tiling, the Bahamas.
Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland. March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. See how the world marks the manner of your bearing? Pledge to excel through love and unity. Pressing onward, march together to a common, loftier goal. Steady sunward, though the weather eyed the wide and treacherous shoal. Lift up your head to the rising sun, Bahamaland, till the road you've trod lead unto your God. March on, Bahamaland.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars, or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers. It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
On May 1st, 2012, Rubis acquired the Chevron fuel business in the Bahamas, which traded under the Texaco brand. We are now celebrating our 10th anniversary of the Rubis brand in the Bahamas. Rubis has become the fuel brand of choice. However, our 10-year journey was not without challenges. We would like to recognize our dedicated members of staff and thank our customers for their continued support. We look forward to another 10-year milestone as we continue our journey.
Agape Church invites you to attend an evening of elegance at the retirement banquet for Bishop Helen McPhee as senior pastor of Agape Church. As Bishop McPhee's tenure comes to a close, we want to celebrate her indomitable spirit and legacy of love. The atmosphere will be charged with the electricity of love and appreciation as we indulge in sumptuous culinary delights, captivating entertainment, and engaging conversations. Mark your calendars. Secure your reservations. Friday, the 25th of August, 2023. Cocktail reception begins at 7 p.m. and the dinner starts at 8 p.m. at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom on Paradise Island. Tickets are $275 and can be purchased at the church's office. For more information, call 242-328-6937.
I pledge my allegiance
to the flag and to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas,
for which it stands,
one people united in love and service.
Happy 50th Independence, Bahamas. AML Food celebrates this milestone with you.
May the rhythmic beat of Jonkanu, the crystal clear waters,
and the warmth of the Bahamian people continue to shine brightly.
Here's to many more years of prosperity and unity.
Join up for life insurance. Secure the ones that you love. Join up with Family Guardian. We offer full protection. Join the family. Join the family. Family Guardian. Protect the ones you love. A brand that you can trust. Family Guardian.
The 6th edition of the Bahamas Games are on the way. July 7th through the 15th. Get ready for inter-island sporting competition in the spirit of unity and camaraderie. Which island is gonna win? Our nation, our talent, our games. And look out for the B-Games crew coming to your island soon. For more information, call 809-1242 or visit thebahamasgames.org.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
1973 marked the beginning of something great in these beloved islands, an event that would reflect the values and tastes of the Bahamian people for generations to come. National pride has gone hand in hand with this momentous occasion, which will forever be known throughout Bahamian history as the birth of Aquapure. Sharing its birthday with the nation isn't what makes Aquapure great. It's Aquapure's commitment to quality and to the people of the Bahamas that drives us to be the best. Aquapure, pure Bahamian since 1973.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Give me my things. Triple P, move out of my lucky seat, boy, because I'm trying to hit one of these jackpots so I can plan my retirement.
Retirement? Yeah, you straight. This the island game, and Percy's pension plan is back.
What you talking about? How NI be good? Ain't gonna be no pension for none of we.
Now, listen, this Percy's pension plan, what I talking about. All you do, put $20 on your account, and you enter to win one of 13 different pension plans.
What?
Up to $1,000 a week for a year. And you can win more than one, you know.
Oh, well, thank you, Island Game, because I know one of them pension is mine. Now get out of my chair. While you up, give me that $20 so I can put on my account. Thank you. You owe me this long enough.
The most trustworthy name is Percy's Island Game Show. Put 20 on your account and ride this easy train at Percy's Island Game.
In addition to the Office of the Prime Minister's Garden, following Sunshine Holdings' donation of a lignum vitae. The tree planting ceremony taking place this past Friday with both Prime Minister, the Honourable Philip Davis, and Sunshine Holdings President, Sir Franklin Wilson, seeing the gift as an important monument to independence and legacy.
It is an honour for Sunshine Holdings to present this aged lignum vitae tree planted in this highly visible spot so that many will see its growth, both steady and sure.
As this tree planting not only signals our administration's commitment to celebrating all things Bahamian in the year of our Golden Jubilee, but also highlights our strong ecological conscience.
It's July, the month when Bahamians all over shift into high gear to celebrate the 50th independence. Just this past Saturday night, many danced the night away at the Bahama Rock concert. Vaughn Albury has the highlights.
This was West Tomei Street on Saturday, where 2 inches of rain fell downtown. But even torrential rain did not dampen the spirits of thousands of Bahamians who celebrated the national float, followed by the Bahama Rock all-Bahamian concert at the Western Esplanade. The concert featured young and not-so-young artists. Nostalgia taking root as 79-year-old Priscilla Rollins took the stage.
Bahamians everywhere were free to shape their destinies in the land of the rolling sea. Independence morning is like a baby born in.
Now there is a new generation of Bahamian artists like Angliston-born jazz artist Kifton Jellin, who now plays in renowned concert halls throughout the world. He came home to celebrate independence. Some of the biggest names in Bahamian entertainment performed in the marathon concert, including Sweet Emily. And this new generation of artists perform with energy, including Shad and the VIPs. future of Bahamian music appears to be in good hands. Let the party continue. For the Bahamas Tonight, I am Vaughn Aubrey.
A new queen crowned. Long Island descendant, 26-year-old Melissa Ingram, crowned Miss Bahamas Universe, receiving her crown at the Rosewood Bahama on Sunday following a fierce competition. Ingram, who says it's a journey years in the making, now prepares to tie her platform of climate change into a career centered on environmental preservation.
So I've been studying in Ireland for the past year, doing a master's degree in climate change. I moved home and I've been doing my thesis remotely. I do have just 3 weeks left to finish and submit it, and that is something pressing on the side that I've been working on. My thesis is linking disaster risk management and adaptation here in the Bahamas. Basically, my thesis is working towards public perceptions on what the Bahamian public sees as threats from climate change, the level of importance that climate change does have generally, as well as here in the Bahamas, and generally what perceptions they have related to disaster risk levels that we have, what kind of management practices that we are currently at versus where we need to be.
Well, as we head to the break, we'd like to thank all our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. There's more after the break.
People, what you thinking? We want something different. People, what you wanting? We want local government. I can tell them no more slunking. We want to see it function. I can tell them no more jokes. I forgot. Going down Blue Hill Road, going down Village Road, going down Nassau Road. We want local government. We want local government. The road, we want local government. Share the love, we want local government. We got call for local government.
Sign the petition and find out more information at risebahamas.net.
This is the super versatile Ring stick-up cam. It goes indoors, outdoors, outdoors in the rain. It's got two-way talk.
Hey, Eddie.
Works with Alexa, comes in tons of power options, and works with Ring Alarm to start recording automatically if something's going on.
Seriously?
Seriously. So start protecting your home with the easy installing indoor-outdoor stick-up cam by Ring.
My Gateway is the centralized, safe, secure way to access and pay for government services online. Go to mygateway.gov.bs. Click Login. Register with a government-issued ID like your NIB card. Fill in your personal information exactly as it appears on your ID, including spaces, periods, and dashes. You'll only have to sign up once. Now you're ready to request services on My Gateway. Receive an email confirmation for every request and email alerts when your documents are ready. You must have a valid, government-issued ID in order to collect documents. New services will be added every month. My Gateway is fast, easy, and convenient. For more information, visit mygateway.gov.bs.
Summer celebrations start with the weekly specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Par Excellence long grain rice, 5 pounds, $3.89. Best Value whole kernel corn, 15 ounce, 99 cents. Sawyer's mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $5.99. Sweet mangoes, 2 for $3. Boneless chicken thighs, $2.79 per pound. Donate your change to help feed the Humane Society animals at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
And I say, boy, my island's in the sun, 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 sun. Bring it up now. And I say, boy, my island's in the sun. Carnival time is just but when I turn to party, this jump and I got to get so boy, my island's in the sun. Carnival time is just
Fly free from Nassau. Visit BahamasResidence.com for details.
Give me the drums.
The
most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health.
Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
It's pristine paradise, the southernmost island of the Bahamas, with over 80,000 flamingos, a native species on tap for significant upgrades. Desmond Saunders tells us more.
From infrastructural upgrades to new parks to a new drainage system, Inagua is on the move, the island administrator foreshadowing a number of changes for this island.
At the dock, we have transformed that and trying to get things organized, whereas there's as relates to the various mailboat and the general public and how you deal with them. There's also a new mailboat service now that has been added. So there was a long time, we in the district waited 2 to 3 weeks before the mailboat come again. Hence, items will be depleted in the stores and everything else. But with this new boat that added an extra service, now you have a weekly service to this district as relates to our parks, our public cemeteries, and definitely our drain. Our drain has been neglected for quite some time, and we seek that we need to give it some type of attention. Also, as relates to the ramp for boaters to launch their boat and to pull up. We are planning on repaving that ramp so it can be better suited for the boaters.
Now, this is a bustling fish ramp near the Inagua International Airport. Officials plan on giving this space a complete facelift.
This is their livelihood, and this is where they're able to launch their vessel and to bring it back in. Hence, we are seeking to repair this ramp. Right nearby, there's somewhat of a shed that has been constructed. We seek to continue and to complete that, whereas the fishermen can utilize that so they can sell their catch when they comes in. Also, the invasive cedar trees that we have here in the area, we seek to remove them because they are not indigenous to the Bahamas.
From new upgrades to a rebound, Inagua residents welcoming the new changes, Inagua regaining its spot as the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Here in Inagua with my cameraman Donnie Sweeting, Desmond Saunders of Bahamas Tonight.
Well, thanks, Desmond. Now's time for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makishla. After several rounds of summertime-type pop-up showers and thunderstorms, we now have partly cloudy skies outside of our studios. Temperature at 87 degrees, relative humidity 75%, southeast winds at 9 miles per hour, the barometric pressure 1,016.3 millibars. That's at 30.01 inches, and the pressure is steady. Temperatures around the Family Islands this evening, they are brought to you by Family Guardian Insurance Company. We're protecting you. 86 degrees in Freeport, Grand Bahama, and Green Toll, Key and Abaco, Marshall, Babaco, a little warmer at 89 degrees. The Berry Islands, 87. Alice Bimini also at 87 degrees. 86 in Harbor Island and Roxanne, Eleuthera. Black Point, Exuma, and Kemp's Bay, South Andros at 85 degrees. 87 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Artisan, Cat Island, San Salvador, Rim Key, and Georgetown, Exuma, all at 86 degrees. And then we pick up a string of 87s in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Magona, 85. Ackland's 85. Matutani, Inagua, 87. And the Turks and Caicos Islands at 88 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Builders Mall, home of FYP, the Tower King, and the Paint Center. In the Northwestern Islands tonight, right through Wednesday, those light and variable winds will stay in place with flat sea conditions. High tide takes place at 8:44 tonight. You can expect that second high tide at 9:03 tomorrow morning. Now for the central Bahamas, also through Wednesday, southeasterly winds at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. But for the southeast Bahamas, the winds are going to be a little stronger there. We expect those winds to be out of the east to southeast at 12 to 18 knots. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet with a moderate sharp, and caution flags are in place for the southeast Bahamas through Wednesday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, your extended weather forecast is still ahead.
On May 1st, 2012, Rubis acquired the Chevron fuel business in the Bahamas, which traded under the Texaco brand. We are now celebrating our 10th anniversary of the Rubis brand in the Bahamas. Rubis has become the fuel brand of choice. However, our 10-year journey was not without challenges. We would like to recognize our dedicated members of staff and thank our customers for their continued support. We look forward to another 10-year milestone as we continue our journey.
Our free pick, pack, delivery service gives everyone in the Family Islands a chance to shop a variety of club products and prices right from home. Simply call or WhatsApp your order to 242-677-7266 or email order@amlfoods.com. A friendly customer service representative is waiting to pick, pack, and deliver your order to the mailboat of your choice. The options are truly endless, and with membership you save even more. So order today and let CostRite pick, pack, and deliver right to you.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Have you ever purchased a defective item and was denied an exchange or cash refund?
Contact the Consumer Protection Commission at 393-779-5 through 8 or our 24-hour complaints hotline at 357-7898 and let us help your voice be heard.
Hey, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
Bahamians are rediscovering Grand Bahama through immersive staycation experiences at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya. Pamper yourself at our Senses Spa or savor exotic cocktails by the sea. Unwind and enjoy serenity, 18 holes of golf, fine dining, romance, business conventions and meetings, grand outdoor events. For Bahamas resident rates at Lighthouse Point, call 242-373-1333 or WhatsApp message 827-8195.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Welcome to sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. As the country is set to celebrate 50 years of independence, we reminisce on some notable sporting achievements made during this time. In this report from our Charles Fisher, we take a walk down memory lane to reminisce on a trio of world records broken in 1973.
In 1973, the top movie at the Prince Charles Drive-In was The Frogs, and at the Carmichael Drive-In, it was U.S. Marshals. During that year, former Major League Baseball player Tony Curry quit as president of the Bahamas Baseball Association. And one of the top stories, 3 world records broken in the 11-year-old division in the 50-meter dash by young Bahamians Robert Trico, Dale Saunders, and Charles Richardson.
Can't remember much. I think it was my PE teacher just told me to enter. Well, PE teacher entered me into this race and told me to run. That's what I did. Came first.
How did they verify there's a world record back then?
They had international timekeepers from the U.S. come in to verify the times.
50 years later, and at the age of 57, Richardson with faint memory of the race.
I went to the archives a few years ago. One July 7th, that was when the meet took place. I was interested in because the original newspaper clipping was stolen, along with the medals I had won. And so I went to the archives to research and get a copy.
A world record at that age? Did he pursue a career in the sport?
Actually, I was only about 7 or 8, so no one, the PE teacher never came after me, parents didn't, and so that was that. Proud of it, being a Bahamian and, being the youth at the time and the future. It was a proud moment.
And in case you are wondering, back then in 1973, the world record time was 8.9. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And with the Bahamas game set to kick off later this week, we caught up with some residents to get their thoughts on the event.
It's good. It's good rivalry between islands, inner islands, especially as the in-house games, and it's a real good competitive sport to have everybody collaborate and also work in tandem with one another. So Bahama Games is always a good game.
Well, from Peter Battle time, it's long coming, and we need this. It keeps the young kids off the streets and get to know what life is all about.
Action continuing for the Bahamas over the weekend at the 24th edition of the CAC Games in El Salvador. The water polo team got into action on Saturday as they squeaked past the Centro Carib sports team 10-9. Joshua Gibson led the Bahamian side with 5 goals. He got help from Nicholas Wallace-Whitfield, who finished with a hat trick. The Bahamas would open the game with a 3-2 lead. The fourth quarter would see the Bahamas' defense breaking down, but they would hold on for the 10-9 win. The Bahamian continuing to blaze a path over in Japan in karate. Yesterday, we introduced you to Christian Delaveau, who has won several major championships in Shokotan Karate in the land of the rising sun. He offered these inspirational words to anyone willing to follow his path.
I never thought about it until just now, but I mean, it's
it's really amazing. I never thought that, like, this would be happening to me, because I only joined that first tournament because my sensei he suggested it. I wasn't going to do that if he didn't suggest it, because I was quite happy just focusing on me and, my life. But ever since I won that tournament, I was like, well, maybe this will show the world that the Bahamas has talent outside. I mean, in sports that aren't football, basketball, track, or whatever. We have athletes who do other stuff. So ever since I realized that, I've just been going really hard, trying to win or get good results.
And in baseball news, well, just as he was literally getting back into the swing of things, Bahamian baseball superstar Jazz Chisholm is headed back to the injured reserve list. Chisholm was placed on the 10-day IR today with a left oblique strain, according to the Miami Herald. Chisholm sustained the injury during Sunday's loss to Atlanta. He just come back from the IL a week ago after missing the previous month and a half with turf toe. Chisholm will be eligible to return following the All-Star break, but he could be sidelined beyond the 10-day minimum, depending on the grade of the strain. The severity of Chisholm's injury is expected to be revealed on Tuesday, when the results of his MRI are expected to become public. And that's been a look at your sports on this Monday. A check on weather when we return.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Our road to 50 Bahamas promotion by using any service at Lighthouse Point. And you could win 5 free nights. And this summer, when you book 3 nights, starting on a Friday or Saturday, we'll throw in Sunday for free. Yes, enjoy a fabulous Sunday on the beach with your 3-day Friday or Saturday booking at Lighthouse Point. Call 242-373-1333 for reservations today. Lighthouse Point.
The atmosphere was electric as friends and families reconnected, creating cherished memories. Our young ones experienced pure joy in the dedicated Kids Cultural Zone, engaging in face painting, storytelling, and special games, bouncing castles galore and balloons for the fun of it. The Plat Lady, sharing the traditional skills of plaiting straw, was a particular hit, captivating children and adults alike. As a gesture of gratitude, the first 500 guests received commemorative independence gifts, serving as an enduring memento of this remarkable occasion. This festival exceeded all expectations, magnificently showcasing the unity and cultural richness of the Bahamas. We cannot forget the phenomenal music and art entertainment that was on display. It provided a precious opportunity for everyone to come together on our 50th anniversary of independence and embrace the vibrant spirit of our Bahamian identity.
Hey, Mom, can you look after Kaylee?
Sorry, I'll be out for a while doing my home and car insurance.
What? You know there's a newer way, right?
A new way?
Where have you been? Look, go to newerinsurance.com, log in, get your quote, buy your insurance, done. You can even use it to manage your claim.
Oh? By the way, it's not newer. It's N-U-A. Where's she been?
Do it anyway with NUA Insurance Agents and Brokers.
Time now for weather.
And our final look at whether that mid to upper level troughing continues to linger across the Bahamas, and that will continue to support pockets of showers and thunderstorms right through tomorrow. And our forecast for tonight, we're looking at a couple of showers early. Otherwise, it's going to be mostly cloudy and a bit on the warm side later on tonight, with your low temperature just around 79 degrees. And tomorrow, mixed bag once again of clouds and sunshine, and there's going to be some isolated thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon. These will be of the pop-up type nature that we have have been experiencing over the past several days. High temperature tomorrow getting up to about 89 degrees. Your extended weather forecast is looking like this. We will continue to have those off and on showers and thunderstorms right through Thursday. This is summertime. This is the rainy season, and they are certainly expected. But once we get you into Friday and heading into the weekend in the early part of next week, we'll see some more dry conditions. But temperature-wise, we're going to hold you into the 90s, so it's going to be pretty hot and humid during the daytime. So we advise you once again to keep yourself hydrated. Mikishla.
Well, thanks, Basil. And that does it for the Bahamas tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. From Only the Sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. From all of us here at ZNS, thank you for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Dale's Crazy TV is brought to you by Capital Lumber, Connect Bahamas, Twin Brothers Seafood and Steakhouse,